We recently sailed on Independence of the Seas, one of Royal Caribbean's Freedom Class ships. This ship has something for everyone, from pools for kids and adults to shows to even ice skating. Join us as we take you on a personal guided tour of this fantastic ship. Now let's get started. We'll first take a look at Deck 11, one of the most important and popular decks on this ship. We'll start off in the back of the ship at the Windjammer Buffet. As you enter the Windjammer Buffet, you'll find multiple hand washing stations on both sides. Remember, washy-washy. Straight ahead, grab a Bloody Mary at the Plaza Bar, a full-service bar. To our right is Chops Grill, Royal Caribbean's popular specialty steak restaurant. Along with fabulous steaks, you'll find specialty poultry and seafood entrees as well. Directly opposite of Chops is Giovanni's if you're in the mood for a specialty restaurant that has fine Italian dining. As we make our way towards the back of the Windjammer Buffet, you'll find multiple beverage stations that feature coffee, water, juices, and teas. Looking to fill up before a busy day at port? You won't go hungry, as there's everything from bakery items to fruits and of course many popular standards like biscuits and gravy, scrambled eggs, bacon, sausage, hash browns, and more. One of the things we loved was the made-to-order omelet station, where you can get your omelet made just how you like it. Next up, we have Splashaway Bay for the kiddos. This is a fantastic area for small and even old alike. In addition to 2 hot tubs, there's a 2-foot deep wading pool, as well as water slides, water cannons, fountains, and this awesome drench bucket that you'll sure to want to be under when it tips. And don't worry, there's plenty of life jackets for the kids as well. After all that fun in the water, grab yourself an ice cream cone located right next to the Tide and Trail shop that offers sunglasses and other water accessories for purchase. On the other side of Splashaway Bay, you'll find Royal Caribbean's famous fish and chips. This is a fast way to grab something to eat without going into the buffet. Most items are free of charge, but the fried lobster tail basket does have an upcharge. We found the quality of the fish and shrimp to be very good. At midship on Deck 11 is where we'll also find the main pool area. Now there's 2 main pools along with a center deck that's used for sail-away parties and other fun activities. One is called the Resort Pool and is more laid back. The other one is called the Sport Pool. They do have a lot of activities on the pool deck, including the sail-away party, the belly flop contest, World's Sexiest Man competition, and more. There's 3 hot tubs, 2 that have shade canopies located next to the resort pool, and 1 large hot tub located at the front of the pool area. Now the pool does get very busy, especially on sea days. So if you want to get a lounger close to the pool, we suggest getting here early. If you need a fresh pool towel, the towel station is located right next to the pool area. On the opposite side of the pool is this bar kiosk that serves up your favorites, plus has these cool pineapples for drinks with an upcharge. If you're enjoying this video, how about clicking that subscribe button? It's free, helps our channel grow, and helps us do what we love, putting out cruise-related content for you each week. Next up, we'll move to the Solarium, adults-only pool area for those 18 years of age and older. Here in the Solarium, they have a full-service bar, so you don't have to venture far for a drink. But they do also have a very attentive service staff that will take your drink order at your loungers if you prefer. One really cool aspect of the Solarium are these 2 cantilevered hot tubs on each side of the pool. These are very large hot tubs that extend over the sides of the ship, so you'll get some great views from sitting in here. They hold a lot of people, and they do get very busy on sea days. The Solarium is a little bit more of a chilled and relaxed atmosphere. You won't find any DJs pumping music in here. The loungers in the Solarium have some really nice thick cushions, and some are in the shade and offer some protection from the rain, as was our case during a brief shower that went overhead. And finally, all the way forward on Deck 11, we have the Fitness Center. Upon entering the fitness center area, you'll see these changing rooms along with the sauna and steam rooms. Now, if you're looking to keep in shape while on your cruise, don't worry. The fitness center is free to use and has all your standard free weights, treadmills, cycles, machines, and more, along with some great views off the front of the ship. And the last thing we'll touch on in this area is the studio, where exercise classes like yoga and health presentations take place. Deck 15 is where you'll find the escape room. This is a timed activity where you and others work together to solve clues and puzzles to break free to be able to leave and win the challenge. This is an upcharge of around $30 depending on the cruise and time of a year and is subject to change. Down on Deck 14, we'll start with the Suite Lounge. This lounge is reserved exclusively for guests of Grand Suite level accommodations and above. Now let's make our way to the Olive and Twist Lounge. The Olive and Twist Lounge is where the late night DJ plays and the disco happens. They also have a full service bar and a decent sized dance floor. You'll also find a lot of comfortable seating here with some really good views overlooking the pool decks. Lastly, you will find the entrance to the Crown Lounge. This lounge is exclusive access to Diamond, Diamond Plus, and Pinnacle Club members of Royal Caribbean's loyalty program, the Crown and Anchor Society. On Deck 13 forward, you'll find the Independence Dunes Mini Golf. The mini golf is complimentary, so feel free to play as much as you wish to. Now, this isn't your basic mini golf course. It actually has some very challenging holes and is a lot of fun for all ages, as you can see here. There's also a ton of additional seating that rarely gets used up here on this level and has also this nice covered area with these Adirondack chairs and loungers. Back on Deck 13 aft is where we'll find the sports court. This multi-use court has pickleball, basketball, soccer, and other games. Check the ship's schedule to see what's available to play. Next to the sports court, there's a rock climbing wall that's included in your cruise fare. They have various courses from beginner to advanced. For those that reach the top, you can ring the bell. On the other side of the sports court, there's the Sky Pad. This is a multi-use functional area where they have different activities, so be sure to check the ship's schedule. Today they had it set up for cornhole, but they also have archery and other activities here as well. It does get very windy up here on sea days, but you do get great views of the sport court and the rock climbing wall. On the back of the ship is the Flow Rider Surf Simulator. This is included in your standard cruise fare with no upcharge. Similar to surfing, you can lay on a board, kneel, or if you're really talented, try to stand up. This was a great time and we saw everyone from young to older giving this a try. Over on the other side of the surf simulator is where you'll find the staircase that leads up to the water slides if you're feeling adventurous. And lastly, on this deck, you'll find the jungle gym set for the small ones. It does look like a lot of fun, and I'm sure parents will love how kids will burn a lot of energy climbing around on this. Just below the Flow Rider, we'll make our way down to Deck 12 and towards Johnny Rockets, another specialty restaurant here on Independence of the Seas. Johnny Rockets is like an old 50s burger and shake joint that has some great shakes along with cheese fries and other bites. Along with great food, you can have your choice of sitting inside or outside and enjoy your burger and shake looking over the ocean. As we enter through these doors, you'll first find the living room on your right. The living room is the teen club for kids 12 to 17 to just hang out and be with other teens and have some fun. Right in the middle of all the kids' clubs is the arcade. Seemed like it was pretty smart of Royal Caribbean to put the arcade right smack in the middle of all the kids' clubs. Now, the arcade is not included in your cruise price, so be aware that every game will require you or your kids to pay to play with your SeaPass card. Down the hallway from the arcade, we'll find the Explorer Kids Clubs for ages 6 to 8, the Voyagers Club for ages 9 to 11, and the Fuel Teen Club with parties, games, and more. Back through the arcade and towards the elevators, we'll also find the Nursery and the Aquanauts Club for ages 3 to 5. The nursery is for ages 6 months to 36 months, but there is an upcharge for kids at this age level, so be aware. From the arcade and kids clubs area, we will make our way out towards the pool decks, where you'll find this jogging track that circles the entire upper level of the pool. Following this jogging track, we'll make our way to the Sky Lounge. The Sky Lounge is a great bar that sits on the 12th deck above the main pool area and is a full-service bar that has all your standard beers and mixed drinks. Up here by the Sky Lounge, you'll find more seating options overlooking the pool deck, although they are in the sun. Finally, we'll take a look at the Vitality Spa. Here you can get various types of massages like Swedish, hot stone, and more, along with a nail and hair salon. Now you can pre-book these or do it when you get on board. Your choice. Alright, we're down on Deck 5, where Royal Caribbean's Promenade deck is located, as floors 10 through 6 are all cabin floors. We'll start at the back of the ship at the 3rd floor of the main dining room. The main dining room has a certain degree of grandeur, with the floor-to-ceiling pillars, chandelier, and white tablecloths and seating. The main dining room is open every day for breakfast and dinner, and on lunch for sea days. Now, the breakfast was pretty much the same every day, with similar items that the Windjammer Buffet has, but with a little bit more relaxed environment. Now, the dinners in the main dining room had a different theme each night, from Italian and American to Caribbean. From the main dining room, we'll make our way to the Royal Promenade, a major part of this ship where shopping, food, and activities take place daily. Now, the Royal Promenade runs almost the entire length of the ship, with an elevator bank on each end. First up, you'll find guest services, where you could talk to somebody about your bill, issues with your room, or other questions, along with shore excursions. Across from guest services is the champagne bar. Here you can grab a drink and relax. There's no bands or noisy music in here. Next up on the right, you'll find the shop, where you can purchase sunglasses and other souvenirs. If you're already thinking about your next cruise, we have the Royal Caribbean's Next Cruise office located here, where you can book future cruises, often with a discount or other perks for booking on board. Right next to the Next Cruise office is the Cafe Promanade. This was our go-to for early morning coffee. They also have some quick bites throughout the day and into the night, so if you're looking for something to snack on, this is the place. Now, along with standard coffee, they do have some Starbucks drinks here as well at no charge if you have a drink package, along with a few upcharge drinks like lattes and espressos. Across from Cafe Promenade, you'll find Sugar Beach if you're looking to satisfy that sweet tooth. Sugar Beach has all kinds of candy and crave-worthy confections like fudge, fluffy homemade cupcakes, and lots of candy. They even had these cute stuffed toys for purchase. If the candy didn't satisfy your sweet tooth, fear not. Next to Sugar Beach is Royal Caribbean's Ice Cream Shop. Here, the ice cream does have an upcharge, but you'll have a lot of different flavors to choose from along with different toppings. Next up, you'll see the Collection Shop selling purses and other items, as well as Regalia, which features fine watches and jewelry. They have a lot of parties here in the Royal Promenade, like the 80s dance party as just one example. It gets really busy here during those events, but it is a great time. Now, Vintages is going to be your wine bar spot on Independence of the Seas. They have a great selection of wines by the glass or the bottle. Some of the wines are included in your drink package, while some are not. And as you can see, there's a few more shops on your left as we make our way to the Ale and Anchor, an English-themed pub. In the evenings, they do have a musician that plays your favorites while you sit back and enjoy your drink. And on your right, you'll find more shopping at Trend. Our next stop is at Sorrento's, where they have complimentary pizza during the day and well into the night. Now, they have a variety of different pizzas they rotate throughout the day, along with standbys like pepperoni. On one of the days that we ate here, they had a barbecue pizza that was really quite tasty. For anyone that's ever had pizza at Sorrento's, they'll tell you it's excellent. And lastly, on the promenade, we'll find the market that has everything from clothing, sunglasses, logo merch, and more. From here, we'll make our way forward to the front of the ship, past these elevators and to the Star Lounge. The Star Lounge is a multi-purpose lounge that is used for multiple different things throughout the day, including trivia games, bingo, karaoke, and more. We watched a very entertaining trivia game here, where groups had to name a song before the other group. It was a lot of fun, and people had a blast. Lastly, on Deck 5, we'll take a look at the library, located right next to the Star Lounge. Here you'll find some peace and quiet if you want to sit down and read a book, or they have computer terminals to check emails and so on if you have the Wi-Fi package. Down on Deck 4, we'll start at the back of the ship by the entrance to the main dining room and make our way towards Bolero's, a great Latin bar and music lounge. This Latin-themed lounge serves up great cocktails like Cuban mojitos and the dark Cuba Libre, as well as your favorite cocktails, as you listen to the sound of a 4-piece band playing salsa, merengue, samba, and more. Now, if you got that big game you want to watch, or maybe you want to play a game of pool, then you'll want to make your way to Playmakers. At Playmakers, they have more than just your standard drinks. They've got you covered with a great menu as well. The food is an upcharge, but the prices aren't too bad, and you'll definitely get your fill with a group-friendly pile of nachos that come fully loaded up. They've got sliders, garlicky Parmesan sprinkled Playmakers fries, wings, and even desserts, so you better come hungry. After that big game, head over to Royal Caribbean's Casino Royale, where you can try your luck at any one of the 20 table games, including blackjack, roulette, craps, and video poker, as well as all the slot machines. They also have a full-service bar, gambling lessons, and even tournaments. Walking down the hallway here, we'll come to Schooner's Bar, where perfectly mixed cocktails and music go together in a warm-lit, nautical-themed lounge. Cozy up in a seat under the mast by the portholes or right by the grand piano to sing along with all your favorites. Now, if you're looking for some great sushi and other Asian-inspired dining, Independence of the Seas has you covered at the Izumi Specialty Restaurant. For those dining at Izumi, you get a 4-course meal that includes 1 starter, 2 mains, and 1 dessert. Now here's a quick look at the menu. Be aware that this is the price as of the day of this recording and is subject to change. The Royal Theater is on both decks 4 and 3 forward. The Royal Theater puts on a lot of great shows here, including the funny and popular Love and Marriage show, comedy acts, and of course the famous full-length Broadway show Grease. And trust me, you do not want to miss this. Here on Deck 3, we'll start once again at the main dining room, but on the bottom level. Here you can see just how large and grand this dining room really is. From the main dining room, we'll make our way into the art gallery. Now, I don't think you'll find any Picassos here, but there were a lot of paintings that were really well done and enjoyable to look at. Now, if you had any photos taken while you were on the cruise and would like to take a look or purchase any of them, the Focus Gallery is where you'll need to go. They also have some camera equipment to purchase as well. And finally, Studio B is a multi-purpose studio with activities throughout the day, from ice skating to cooking demonstrations, along with the ship's ice shows and Quest audience participation game show and more. We went here to see a great ice skating show, as well as the family silent disco was held here. We really did enjoy ourselves on Independence of the Seas, and I think you will as well. If you want to know what it's like to board this ship on embarkation day, along with all the fun that we had, be sure to click on this video. Happy cruising!